Go ahead.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, binaries, non-binaries, and everything in between. What's good with you? Welcome to episode 28 of the Get Righteous podcast. Up top, that is your man, King Heru. I am your boy, Zito. As always, each episode is brought to you by that Blazing that 420 Medicals LLC and BC Marketing LLC for all of your custom needs, whether that be clothing, whether that be furniture, whether it be, I don't care if you want your car customized, I don't care if you want onesies for your baby, I don't care, whatever the case may be. If it can be customized, you see the gentleman up top and he will take great care of you. As far as your marketing needs, whether it be digital marketing, social media marketing, email marketing, flyers, logos, menus, whatever the case may be, you holler at me and I will take great care of you. For every episode, we also offer advertising with the podcast. We run 15-second, 30-second, and 45-second ads. If you would like to promote your business in any capacity, especially here on the podcast, it would get shout out to all of our viewership and listenership, all of our platforms. So it's a great look for you, promotion wise. If you would like to discuss pricing, you can DM either one of us, and we'll take great care of you. With that being said, let's get to it.
Right. Oh, look, I'm looking. That's sis in here. Somebody else almost got a similar name to it. So that's why I was looking like, who is that talking? Lord, facts.
Have serious difference of opinion or fact, as he says, when it comes to COVID. Yeah, we do.
What's up, sweet?
We absolutely do. She's in the medical field. She has her perspective on it, and I have my perspective on it.
Yeah, well, I got somebody that's training to be a doctor, and he'll tell you.
Promos, yes, we do promos. And it also depends on which type of promo you're talking about. You're talking about like promotion for music, promotion for your business, that gets tied into the advertisement. If you would like us to like mention anything that you have going on, that would be taken care of during the show. Obviously, we would, take 30, 45, 15 seconds out, plug it, and we done. In terms of the, okay, for the music, got you. Yeah, just shoot me a message and we'll talk. I'm gonna say COVID was bogus. Yeah. Thank you, because she like to read shit and think she knows something.
Yeah, word fact. That's why when I said it, I see who. That's why I ain't say that. I said, yeah, y'all can address that together.
Lord have mercy. But yeah, so we here, episode 28, as promoted. This episode is dedicated to rocking the boat. If your mind is in the gutter, please remove it, because we don't mean rock that boat. It's time to speak a little bit of truth to power. This is about fact versus fiction. What is versus what isn't. So with that being said,
takes 5 years before a vaccine could be medically tested on humans. They did that in a year and a half. That's why real medical experts is telling you not to take the vaccine, because it's not even test ready yet for humans. Well, y'all motherfuckers out there just getting jabbed.
No reason.
Shit don't even work. Motherfuckers got 4 booster shots and still getting COVID next week. I got stupidest motherfuckers on the planet. Yeah, we going in tonight.
And here's the shit, right? Since we want to lead off with this real quick, this is what I would like to say to everybody who is listening, right? All of our viewership, YouTube, all the streaming platforms listening. If you feel...
one thing before you go into tonight's episode is going to get real. All disclaimers for what we say and what we do. This is coming off from our research, our facts, and everything that we believe. We don't care about nothing else. IG, stay the fuck off our video.
That's why. Now, with that being said, when it comes down to all of this, right, I think I need to reiterate, and I keep telling everybody in the circle, like, not develop the mindset of these people here who buy into the propaganda, who buy into the fear mongering from the news. You understand? Vaccination is not inoculation. If you don't know what inoculation is you being totally 1000% immune to anything. Okay? Like, that's not what the vaccine is. No. The vaccine, quote unquote, will keep you out of the hospital and keep you from dying. That's what they're trying to say. If you feel that that's the best way for you to go, then why? Like, if you got to do it for your job and shit, like,
get jabbed.
You feel like you don't want to quit your job and all of these things, that's your prerogative. It's respected, but you can't expect everybody to have that same mindset. You understand? And what you see a lot of is a lot of people out here thinking, oh, I'm vaccinated, I'm boosted, oh, I'm good. No, you're not, because you can still pass the bullshit. You can still get it your damn self. Because why? Inoculation is not vaccination and vice versa. So we need to stop, especially in the black community. Sick and tired of seeing y'all niggas out here fucking talking this crazy shit and none of y'all do research.
Yeah, facts. I'm researching. Facts. Motherfuckers just talking, watching the news, and then coming through telling us what the fuck going on. I know. Get it.
He's supposed to get them to go to the hospital. I'm severely asthmatic. I didn't get the vaccination.
Get the ass. Oh yeah. On today. Getting this blunt ready for
keep you from dying. Just increasing the odds of survival. Exactly. Like, you're gonna increase my odds of surviving, right? By what? Let's think about these things.
Jeez.
Oh, I went and got my vaccine. Oh, but every time I take a test, it comes up positive. That's because you're injecting your body with the fucking virus.
They just vaccinated half of the motherfucking sports world, and now motherfucking the NHL about to close down, the NBA about to close down, everything about to close down. Now keep playing with them people. Yeah. Listen, ass folks.
We got to be smarter. Like,
so people that get a vaccine and they keep their job, the motherfuckers still getting sick, and now they can't play.
Exactly.
Now you got something in your system that's a DNA changing antibody goddamn neural fucking neurotechnology fucking vaccines y'all putting in your body, and y'all fucking running around here talking about it's to save and keep me good. Y'all gotta go ahead with that shit. Zito, let's get to tonight's shit. The COVID.
So where the fuck does 98%? Come on, man, they cooking the books for Rockets. They've been doing that since day one. Like,
yeah, they still scaring y'all with that shit.
Yeah.
What to tell you? Yeah, word. You need to be scared. They still scare y'all with the same shit every month. It's a new virus now. I told y'all this shit. If you follow me on social medias, then I definitely told y'all years ago, 2.5 years ago, why this shit was going on, what was going down. So we're not gonna keep going back on it. It is what it is. Y'all want the shit? Go through our pages, go to our Facebook pages, go to our YouTube channels, and go find everything we put out on it.
I will never thank that piece of shit, though. Don't ever say thank you to him ever anywhere near me.
Thanks.
The fuck is we talking about? Anyway, moving on. The first topic of the evening, in terms of fact versus
that's not COVID though. That's something else. They just telling y'all that, and I know because I got somebody training in the doctor field. Y'all just working in there. Y'all work in the hospital. I got people that's training as doctors, and I do the research. Everything is not a COVID death. So everything that they put out there and said is not from COVID. 90% of the shit is not from COVID. Period. That's just it. It is.
Stop. Like, they've been mislabeling shit. They've been like, you know some real shit. I watched the video yesterday, and they tested
doctors,
and they tested coconut water. They poured coconut water in a glass, right? And then they dipped the fucking they ran it through a rapid test, and it came up as positive for COVID. Like,
right, facts.
Like, folks just got to be smarter when it comes to
Africa tested the fruit and it came back COVID. Stop telling us about COVID tests and all that shit. When they been put the facts out on the tests are not even accurate. That been in the beginning. Ben put it out just like Birdie said.
Exactly.
Everything I dropped all facts. Can't none of y'all fuck with me because I laid down to lay down, and everything that I laid down is going down just how I laid it down. It is point blank simple. Just like Birdie said, case closed on the COVID shit. I already ran through it and already laid it down. That shit is over with.
Feel me?
So it's over with. I already did it. It's already done.
Right.
Stop talking.
All right. In terms of
let's get this
why
back
we're here
back
today.
right. Yeah, let's get into
First, the first topic of the evening: fact versus fiction. Is Christianity a black religion? Fact versus fiction.
Oh, everybody would be waiting for me to answer that first, so I'm not going first. So y'all can answer in the questions, or y'all can answer in the comments, or y'all ask questions. Zito, you can take it off, and then I'm gonna come through because I know what everybody think I'm about to say, but I'm not about to say, and I'm about to let y'all know the truth.
All right. My personal take on it from the research that I have done. No, it's not. We can debate it. We can go back and forth. We can go talk to the lovely Christian folk who love to fill up these churches and everything like that. I've debated pastors. I've debated reverends. I've debated prophets about all of this, and they ain't never got nothing for me. As soon as I hit them with, okay, cool, great. So if you want to talk before slavery started and everything like that, what was our religion? And none of them got an answer for me. None of them. How can you tell me that the original man, right? How can you tell me that this religion that's dated, literally, we know when the inception was applied to the original man and woman, pardon me, because the woman was first.
Facts.
So,
up and on them, I'll drop that. I ain't neither. The lecture is up. I told y'all who was the first human being on the planet, so we ain't even gonna go there.
Word. And it's rough.
About it.
You see a lot of our elders look at us. I've been told personally, like, oh, you're godless, oh, you're this, oh, you're so evil, whatever the case may. Wait, what? Because I don't subscribe to Christianity, that makes me evil? Cool, I'll be that.
Right, I guess the Muslims, Jews, I guess everybody evil. I guess everybody just fucked up out here.
Yes, shit.
I guess there's all fucked up people. We don't believe in them folk shit. We fucked up. Okay, and we because
I didn't fucking know. I was like, damn, I could have sworn I'm spiritual in my own way. I'm pretty sure that, God isn't just in the church. I'm pretty sure that God, quote unquote, you understand, isn't it has nothing to do with making sure I pay my tithes on time and shit like that. I'm pretty sure.
Facts. All right, here we go. Christianity, is it a black religion? As John said, religion-wise, no, it is not our religion. And the what's name wise, it's not our religion. You know what I'm saying? Because we didn't go by religions. Like as I told you before and told y'all in a mini lecture, we are spiritual people. Now, so are the rules of Christianity, did they come from Kemet? Yes. The signs come from Kemet? Yes. The twist comes from your invaders and the ones that enslaved, went around just enslaving people. Of course, us, but it was other people too. Y'all know what I'm saying? So what happened was, if you read the Bible, just read the original copy of the Bible. None of that new shit, none of that extra shit. Just read your original copy of the Bible, and then after you go back to our lecture that we did on religions and all that was real and was fake, you'll be able to take out everything that was stolen and put in place of your true spirituality. So what they did was took the sun god Ra and put Jesus in front of it with the sun behind him. We never blocked the sun. That's why you see the sun disk on top of our queen's head and on top of our king's heads. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a divine life form to us that gives us life every day. We wake up to Ra. So when you gotta look at certain things like that. When you just simple stories. Just look at the story of Jesus, the story of Heru. Like we went through this, we went through all this. So just to give y'all the quick breakdown of what was the itty bitty little pieces that was stolen. Now, what they took, yes, Christianity is based out of Kemet. The shit that is based off is true. It was just twisted by invaders and your slave masters. So So as you said, that's the right way, the right form to say it. And as you said, Zito, it don't matter anyway because we didn't break off our peoples into different religions. We didn't say Christians was here and Muslims is right there, and then the Jews is right here and right here, and we all coming together and doing all this shit. It was one base system that you had to go through, and you had to learn each joint. When you were learning under the cross for what the cross really meant for, which is peace and peace and togetherness, that's what part of the school you was in. When you was in the part of the school where you see the moon crescent with the star, that's a whole nother meaning in spirituality, that's a part that was stolen that Muslims took and they took for them. Then you learn that. So that's how that was. That's why those symbols come from Africa. So you just think since it was in Africa that it's based out of Africa. Oh yeah, we the Muslims, we the Christians, we everybody because we was here first. That's how they trick you. Oh, y'all was here first, so y'all had all this first, so this gotta be y'all. No, it ain't gotta be y'all. Study what the fuck the signs mean and study the true meaning of what history is.
Yeah, exactly. And
Rock is questions or anything. Then you're
Rock to what you said about being no denomination and everything like that in the Bible. In terms of Christianity, right? One of the main arguments that I would literally hit the pastors, the reverends, and prophetesses with, and everything like that, was how can you tell me that a book that tells the teachings of a man whose name is Jesus, when the letter J wasn't even used when Christianity was literally created?
Right.
They weren't even using that letter. Oh, his real name is Yeshua and everything like that. Yeah, that don't hold up either.
Yeshua.
Oh, his name is Yahweh. Yeah, no, that doesn't hold up either. None of that shit.
Times dates don't match.
Do your research, literally.
And once you do that too with religion, once you start to go through their books and match up real shit that you can really actually look up, dates that you can look up and start to match up to see like shit not matching, then you'll start to elevate over all that bullshit. You'll be good.
Yeah, and in terms of I see the comments talking about the national anthem and everything like that. That's the quote unquote black national anthem. Here's how you know who wrote what. The name of it is Lift Every Voice and Sing. Right? But the actual national anthem that everybody knows and loves actually prejudiced and racist as fuck. It's about literally killing slaves. So moving on to the next. Our next fact versus fiction is Islamophobia a real thing? Yes or no?
What you saying?
For me, I'm gonna say yes. It is. It's a very real thing because you see an actual hatred towards, people, and they always say, yeah, the Islam, the this, the that. First of all, it's not a race of people. You understand? Like, Islamophobia was kind of made. You really started to see it come to fruition. With the attacks in New York, the first one and the second one. And I'm not here to say, oh, Islam is this and Islam is that, but I can point out a pure prejudice when I see one, and there's a definitely pure prejudice towards that. And the connectiveness to it is that it is mainly dominated by black folks. You understand? So that doesn't surprise me. So let's be real about it. Is it a real thing? It's 1,000% a real thing. Much as slavery is a real thing, or systemic racism is a real thing. Like, you see Muslims get played out before you see a lot of people get played out. Why? Because they Muslims and they think, oh my God, Osama bin Laden.
Yeah, Jazz, like that's this scapegoat shit. I mean, we know they do their thing. We know they wild and they off their shit, but they do what anybody else would do. If you was man, that was your land, you gonna be wild and you gonna do whatever the fuck you need. Like, see, the thing is, as us as a people, we in society, we working with society. We don't own shit yet. We don't own no land. That all that shit happened to us already. We ain't take shit back yet. So motherfuckers that did, whether they took it or not, whether it's theirs or not, and they got some shit. And what's going on in the world right now, land-wise, mass-wise, water-wise, crops going, shit going. People don't know what the fuck is going on. It's gonna get more intense. Motherfuckers just not getting up and leaving somewhere they've been for multiple years and shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers gonna hold it down. So it's easy for our news networks and shit like that over here to paint the picture of how we see the rest of the world. When y'all motherfuckers ain't never been there. I mean, I'm not gonna say nobody never been nowhere, but most of it, I ain't never walked in them people's shoes, walked on them people's streets. You ain't never seen none of them before. You don't know motherfucker gonna say hi to you, say fuck you, chop your ass up, or walking you in to get some food. So, you know what I'm saying? But just as if anything else, motherfuckers trying to come get my shit, motherfucker, you damn right I'm gonna be crazy and I'm gonna be wild. It's just some places, as we know, motherfuckers is wilder than others. You know what I'm saying? We in the United States. This shit ain't peachy and creamy, motherfuckers. There's places I can take you right now. Bet your ass won't go back.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? There's places I take you right now. You be like, oh, I'm good here. I'm loving this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, motherfucker, we got the same kind of people here as everywhere fucking else. You know what I mean? So,
Barack, you said, why are we still harping on the slave topic? Harping?
the lighter. Let's get medicated.
Nah, I didn't know we were harping on anything. Don't think we're harping on anything. It's just, like I said, truth to power.
Right.
And but I agree. So Islamophobia, definitely a real thing. I mean, when you think about it, it's like, yo, it's Islamophobia is just phobia, period. Phobia is to be scared of something. And, you know, people fear.
The first time I was after 9/11, nigga, and I think coming back, I flew here down to Georgia, and coming back, it was, you know, one of them niggas was at the airport getting all my shit. So of course, nigga, at that time, I was looking like I gotta make sure this motherfucker ain't off his shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? He just got on the road, but look, it is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you either gonna be alert and be right.
A woman walks behind a man. Yo, Barack, your literal interpretation of what Islam is complete horseshit. Like, you literally are reciting talking points of people who hate Islam. Like, I know true ride or die,
Facts.
literal Muslims that see this and that would infuriate them because that's not true. Like, that's literally not true.
Let me say this, Barack. And over there, where the Muslims, the Turkish Arab Muslims, the real ones, not us over here that just take on a religion and that's what we say we are. I'm talking about the motherfuckers, because those of us that's over here that say that shit, you can't fly over there and walk with them. They ain't in your ass. You can't go over there and chill with them. Now I'm telling you real shit. Now I'm telling you where you can and cannot go. Repping or saying you part of some bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, those ones that you talking over there, yeah, that's how they like that because they know that's their shit. They know they made that shit. They know that they was the ones that even enslaved all our women. They killed the men and enslaved the women and raped the women to have multiple kids and shit, and just put it in. So of course, cover their ass up. They not fully us. They mixed in with us. Cover them up, give them up, put them up under our religion. You know what I mean? We control them. Now over here, it is kind of different. Even though the women sometimes may cover their joint, may not. But as far as like household wise, it's not as crazy as what we think. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it is. Each thing got its own shit, so you know that's what you're dealing with, and that's what you're going by. But as far as the difference between real Muslims and just motherfuckers taking in Muslim, like being in a Muslim religion, it's a difference.
And they can wear a whole body. Yes, they wear hijabs and full body clothes because their women is just for their husband. It's not for the consumption of any other man. This is what I said. Like, perspective Islam, you need a little bit of work there, brother. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. We got to know these things before we speak on these things. Moving on to the third topic. Abe Lincoln. I've been waiting for this one. Was Abraham Lincoln prejudiced or racist?
Right.
Let's discuss. Good old Abe.
Yeah, in a way, but in a way, I ain't with that neither. Because in real spirituality in Africa, the women could walk around as damn near naked. And men wasn't walking around hound dogging. Men wasn't lusting and over, or they see some titties, some ass, ooh, let me go jump on that and run on that. So that's another different thing too when it comes to that covering up the women and all that shit. I ain't with that. I mean, y'all can, especially if that's what you into. But
Man.
now to how I see it and I feel it, motherfucker, where which how you feel comfortable with.
Right.
Motherfucker better not touch you or put his hands on. I'm gonna blow his motherfucking brains out. Point blank.
Point blank. Period.
Blank. Period, motherfucker. That's how it's going around here. Be comfortable in your skin and wear what the fuck you want to. Especially as a spirituality African woman, if you with me. As a woman, period, you should be able to feel comfortable and do what the fuck you want to, just like men do. Just got some motherfuckers that's fucked up and wasn't raised right, and we got some real predators out this shit.
Ash, you silly.
You know what I'm saying?
Ash said, I'm too white for this combo.
Not good. You need
silly as hell.
So you know.
So in terms of this, the next question, Abe Lincoln, is he racist or prejudiced?
Oh yeah.
I've been waiting to get to this one because I got into a little bit of a debate about a week ago with somebody on Instagram about it. So let's just speak the truth to the power. We know that Abe Lincoln freed some slaves. On top of that, let's talk about the things that they don't romanticize about Abe Lincoln, about the literal quotes from Abe Lincoln, where he talked about if he basically didn't have to end or free some slaves and keep the Union intact, that's what he would do. And he went to minstrel shows and all of these things.
Yeah, that's why you got that pill. Y'all crazy.
What are we? This is the way I feel like we give way too much towards him.
He had his own jab. That's where you want to get it. I'm gonna let y'all in a minute. He had his own. Yeah, he had his own shit. I know that. I mean, if you don't know that, yeah, he had his own state talking about he was the one that freed all of this shit and this extra shit, bro. And none of them wanted to let go of what they had to let go. It's just that shit was transforming, and we started tearing this bitch down. All that shit y'all hear about us, the Seminoles and all that shit, we started ripping shit apart. So they had to figure out a way. Motherfuckers was losing their strength, so that's why the shit started to split. That's why when you look at a real map, it shows you what outside motherfuckers came and controlled the body. Like they call up north, like it's England. They call a part of our shit Denmark, a part of our shit another country, because this is where the people came in and put their own shit and took over the shit, got the land from the people. Of course, we all know that, and then started writing in their own shit. Like this is how we running it. So once shit started to get to where slaves started to get to the point to where it's like, all right, fuck it, it's do or die, which that's how it should have been. Then that's when they started to, okay, we got to figure this out and do this. How we gonna keep them intact? How we gonna keep them enslaved? And all that little extra little bullshit they done added in. You know what I'm saying? So y'all know the vibes. Jab. I'm definitely add you in. I think we only on one more, and then we gonna do add-ins.
Yeah. All right. So
get close to being done. I'll start it so y'all can do questions.
Yeah. So we can move off of that. I definitely got to get him in here because I know he got something to say about that one. Or about the one before.
I was about to say, because
let's get some shit straight. Word is born. Let's go.
Yeah, I was about to say, I know Jab was there, I know and Bro deal with it. So like I said, he'll tell you how what's really good. So we're gonna get through this last joint and let Jab.
Word. All right. So the last fact versus fiction. Egypt has a different name and is the birthplace of civilization. Fact versus fiction. What's real and what isn't? Now that I'm gonna leave to you.
It's the birthplace of humanity. Most of the time. What's a minstrel show? Oh, when they
blackface. White folks painted with blackface and acting in mannerisms and everything like that. Basically a giant diss show towards black people. Get
shit. Sometimes you know, like a picnic and shit like that, taking your shit off, your private parts and shit like that.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, y'all in there. I mean, I know some of y'all who's still in here with us. What y'all know about Africa, a little bit about Egypt or whatever. Some of y'all know the real name by now, following me and fuck with me. Y'all might know the name or should know the name. Any of y'all know the real name before, you know, all the invaders and all the extra shit. Birthplace of Humanity. 100 1,000% true. I can prove it. Scientists have proved it. So, like, y'all can type the shit in, like, whatever scientists y'all want to fucking type in, they're going to tell you. You can type it in right now on Google. First human being recorded found. It's going to point you right to the spot in Africa. Black woman, the goddess, of course. So, I mean, that's 100. We did do the lecture some months ago, so if y'all just don't know and it ain't up to par, yeah, Kemet is the place of the birthplace of humanity and civilization. That's where we first started up. That's where life started at. You know, before the movement and traveling. We gonna get into all that because that's a whole different. That's a whole different joint about how we was moving and why we were in different, parts of the world. But the first human and the first person on the planet to ever be recorded over 250,000 years ago is the black woman. So that's just it is what it is. It's been proven. It's facts. That's the oldest skeleton, the oldest human skeleton that was ever found on Earth. And then secondly, the woman that they found on the moon. But we're gonna keep that. We gonna what's the name? So we're gonna keep that for another. We're gonna keep that for another joint. I told y'all we got some other joints coming up, so we're gonna get back into this. But yes, Egypt is Kemet, the land of black. The soil was real rich and black then. It wasn't sandy how it is now. And then of course, from our great son Ra and us, getting that good old brown and that good old, melanin, you know what I mean? That's the second part of Kemet, the land of black, you know what I mean? Land of black people, you know what I mean? Blackface. If someone was another race or something, anywhere, anytime they came amongst us, that's what they would say. That's why they say, like, they can't even say it. They would say, like, blue. Like, they called our people blue because the motherfuckers just learning their language. They couldn't even say black. Black wasn't even fully the word yet. Like, they were saying blue. Like, they couldn't even shit, like like you know what I'm saying. So yeah, y'all just gotta know and understand that. That's it. You know what I mean? That's 100. It is what it is on that. So y'all know. So
word.
You ready for this? Oh, you ready? You ready?
I agree completely.
Right.
Open this shit up and let's get to it. Cause
ready? Yeah, we go.
It's time to rock the boat. Let's go.
Yeah, we go.
Get him in here.
Yeah, we about to start slamming jamming on cats and we got the space one coming. I gotta let me. I really gotta finish. Let me finish this book. I'm almost done. Jab, what's good, bro? Let me finish.
Good day.
What's good? You already know.
Peace and blessings.
Peace. Hi guys.
You been on in a minute. I said, yeah. I said I had to click it to see who it
was.
That's Jazz.
Let me apologize for my late arrival.
Oh, you already
right there.
I was caught up a little bit.
I already know. You know how we used to do on the
I ain't realized the time.
You
Jazz had to inform me.
Out of the field.
Yeah, Jazz had to inform me the topic that was at hand and that some wild things were being shared.
Oh yes, there was tomfoolery going on.
Yeah, what was the question, Zio? Islamophobia? Like people scared of like
Islamophobia?
That's why I'm tapping in for the Islamic phobia part.
Yeah, like so people being scared of Muslims. And
I am
9/11.
A practicing Muslim. I am a true bona fide Muslim, what they would consider the Sunni Muslim, or those that follow the ways, actions, and blessings of the Prophet Muhammad. Not Elijah Muhammad, not Muhammad Ali,
Yeah, exactly.
not.
I'm about to say, tell them the real.
I'm referring to Muhammad ibn Abdullah, the last and final prophet, the last prophet to
the one who put
actually be given revelation.
Exactly.
And he is what is called the sealed nectar. That meaning there will be no more prophets to follow him. Everyone else shall be named a false prophet.
Right. He was the one that put it together. He was the one that was
right.
Just how I told y'all, like, people came in and they did their study and put the Christianity and shit together. That's what he's explaining to y'all. He was the Prophet Muhammad, the real one that he talking about, not the one that, like he said, Elijah Muhammad and all that shit that we done heard. He's talking about the one that in that time, he was the one that went around. He started to put his. At first it was called something else. I'm not just going to put it out. It's your religion, and
every religion.
I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Every single religion that has been practiced.
And then they changed it once it got bigger. That's when
I'm about to tell you some real life true facts. Every religion that is practiced was all monotheism. It was all a form of Islam. Judaism, Christianity,
all that shit,
Buddhism, they were all taught monotheism, which is the idol
from the Turkish Muslims.
Multiples, and it was the first chosen people, or the first people that was given revelation were the Jews. They were given the very first revelation. This is an actual fact. It's not nothing made up. We're not going to go into all the extra goofy shit.
I put it in the lecture.
When it comes to Christianity being second, Christianity is a made-up religion. It's man-made. That it wasn't called Christianity. It was the belief in one God with a second book of Revelation, because the first group of chosen people went astray and went away from the teaching of the book.
Yeah, they was Catholics first, and they didn't want to follow that shit, so they broke own shit up.
The second religion, when who they called Jesus Christ, when he came and brought revelation, he never once asked people to believe in him. He never once said he was God. He never once said he was the child of God. He came to bring the same message that Moses brought, which is belief in one God and to stop worshiping all these idols. When his first affirmation was, I am not here to change the old Mosaic law, but I am for their affirmation. So he's here to let you know that if you once believed in Moses and you were a true follower of Moses, you shall now be a true follower of mine, because they taught the same message.
Okay.
After this, David came with the book of Psalms, because every person was given a language to speak to the people in a language that they understand. So as the times changed, the message changed, the delivery was changed. So the Prophet Muhammad was his civilization's last hope to get it right. So when the Muslim, who everybody likes to consider this wild terroristic group of untrained and unorthodox people who only like to cause havoc and belittle.
1 second, Jack, because I missed the comment that's up here. That says, you said you want to talk about the human anatomy does not change, not because case running on a location and all species are the same anatomy. We're going to do a full 2-hour joint, and I'm gonna set up a lecture to prove the differences between the species, but we're gonna get on that. Jab, yeah, back to what you were saying, but definitely what you feel about the initial question.
I wasn't here for the initial question, so I don't even know what it was.
Yeah. No, you came in the part that they just wanted to start talking about. That's what you heard shit in the comments. People talking about the veils and all that shit. That wasn't even the initial question. Islamic phobia or Islamophobia? Like,
is it a real thing?
And shit like that. Motherfuckers being scared of, being around Muslims, things like that, or
just fall victim to the propaganda.
Mm-hmm.
When the initial war in the Middle East with George Bush Sr. was enacted, we were the ones who supplied the weapons to the Taliban to help them fight off the other countries who were trying to infiltrate Saudi Arabia, Iran, and Iraq at the time.
They ain't got an army.
Exactly.
We were the ones who sent them weapons, we sent them soldiers, and we gave them the technology to start helping them build their weapons of mass destruction.
Drop it.
So when George Bush Sr. went into the first time, it was a propaganda war in order to increase and decrease our hold on the poppy fields and our hold on the oil fields.
Hold up. When I dropped that about a year ago on Facebook, man, some of y'all thought I was crazy as hell. But go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
The easiest way to fund a war is to scare people into believing that the people we are going to war against has this big ulterior motive.
Mm-hmm.
Islam is the most...
Never walked amongst them people. Y'all know them people gonna say what's good to you, bash your ass in the head, give you food.
Islam as a culture,
you never met
the most peaceful culture of all. It actually means peace and submission.
Except the ones that I was telling you about, and that's that's there on that.
No, what you have is
wild shit.
Every single religion. If this how you want to do it, in every single religion, you have zealots or you have extremists.
Yeah,
you have
that's what
people who take the letter of the book to its literal meaning. About if you want to do religious zealots, no one has more bodies under their belt than Christianity.
Period. That's not even up for discussion.
Christianity, I don't want that. Christianity, literally, till this day, has the most bodies, the most hate groups, the most serial killers, the most cult followings. They are the most violent of all religions because when they conquered, and especially the European countries, the first thing they did was indoctrinate the people they conquered with the Christianity religion. They fought things in the name of Christ. They slaughtered in the name of Christ. They crusaded in the name of Christ.
The motherfuckers be on and me is talking about, boy, y'all be wilding.
People have to be mindful before they look at the acts of a few and say that defines the group as a whole.
Exactly.
It's like you have.
That's why I said the difference between the way the women are treated, because I think that's what it was. That's what we was talking about. I said, see, over there, yeah, it is some other shit.
It's not different.
When you dealing, I'm saying, as far as like, I'll send you some videos. I'm just saying, as far as like you being in the house with your lady and how they is over there in the house with their lady. I'm talking.
All right, here's the difference.
I'm talking about Turkish Muslim. I'm not talking about how y'all.
Right, I gotta say, if they follow the Islamic law,
I've been through the Muslim state already. I've been through
if they follow the Islamic law,
before we left it and came before spiritual. That's what I'm saying. I've been there, done it too.
If you follow the Islamic law, which is called the Sharia, if you practice and follow that law, it is the most fair law across the board.
Yeah, but
what it is
understand is that's what y'all practice that here. In other countries,
in most countries, in Islamic countries, they practice Sharia. We don't practice it here.
Right.
And what it is people see the women veiled up.
Amen.
And the women walking behind their men. This isn't done as a punishment. The veil is because those women who choose to wear the veil do it because they're trying to remain pious, and it's your beauty should only be shown to your husband.
Period.
Just like the world is covered in 3/4 water, the woman should be covered in 3/4 water.
There you go.
Most people refer to their women or their mothers as their earth. That's why we say they should be garbed up. with 3/4 of their body. It's not to belittle them. It's not to make them a second-rate citizen. And the reason why the women walk behind their men is because it cuts down on lust. As a man, when you see the natural flow of a woman's body in front of you, you're going to have lustful thoughts.
But once again, let me back that up, because that's what's coming with spirituality. That's why we dealt. That's why back in the days in Africa, now our women didn't have all that shit on. They had their gold on and had their shit like that, because we wasn't lusting. It wasn't all that wild shit. It wasn't all this predator shit and all this disruptive, chaotic shit.
That's when everything was, listen, that's when everything was pure.
Yeah, exactly. So as he's saying now, from in the real religion of the real way as you follow as a Muslim, yeah, those codes are right, but not as crazy as some of y'all think and say.
No, what it is you have extremists
exactly.
who take the letter of the law
literally.
Just like, I'll give you an example. Just like there's a law right now implemented in the U.S. that if you can be charged with littering and pollution for spitting on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Spitting on the ground, if you look it up, you can Google it, whatever fact check you want to use. Spitting on the ground in all 50 U.S. states and all territories owned by the U.S. is considered pollution and littering. But you have, just like in certain towns, it's illegal to wear stripes on Sunday. It's illegal to drink out of a tin cup on after 6 on a Wednesday in like Idaho. They have laws implemented that are just still in the books but are outdated.
Yeah.
But you have some people who, once they start gaining knowledge, they take everything literally.
Mm-hmm.
So when it tells you that for, like, some people still think you should be stoned to death. That shit was in the 15 BC, before they even had any of these new inventions to legally execute people.
Right.
But some people just don't understand that. So if we wanted to base the actions of the whole religion on the extreme things, propaganda that you see on TV, then no religion is good. That's why I don't practice a religion. I practice a lifestyle and a belief system.
You came late, but I tell you, I said y'all base this shit off of what y'all see on TV and all that shit. Y'all just don't know shit. But all right, we're gonna go on.
TV is controlled by 3 groups.
Facts. Yeah, exactly. That's it.
That's a whole nother thing. I just wanted to let y'all know that
thanks for coming
on this podcast who would like to learn about the Islamic religion, I am here to answer any and all questions. If you ask me a question that I can't show you the proof for, I will tell you I don't know until I can show you the proof.
I'm about to say,
I will never tell you something that I made up that I'm not allowed to. I will
put it
not
like
ever
this. Ask them what's ever needed, and we will get the answer, because we got some.
Yes, and I gotta say, you got 2 good brothers up here.
With one call,
well versed and well knowledge.
We will get what's needed for you. So
who can answer your questions for you as well. I appreciate y'all letting me jump on. I'm gonna go back to listening, and
but of course,
I'm gonna be in this comment section fucking it up.
Word 100.
Right.
Zito, do you want me to hop off for 2 seconds and just jump back in, so they can, if they got any more questions, just real quick, just so you get it. What time did we?
Yeah, why not?
I think we started around. Yeah, let me stop this so you got it, because I know you don't. We coming right back in, y'all. We just got to stop, because I don't think it stopped the last time. I think we are at the point to where we can keep going, but I just don't want it to fuck up the episode, and this episode got to go on all platforms. So we all that shit, everything y'all listen to. So give me 2 seconds and we rocking right back in. I'm about to add y'all.
All right.